Hello and welcome to the Preneur LIfe and
Merry Christmas.
So let's talk family values. Man, it's so interesting because we are in a day and an age where we, as millennials and younger, we are all becoming the mothers and the fathers and the aunties and uncles. And now it's up to us to keep tradition. And that's a little scary. What do you think?
It's very, very scary. I think it was Shannon Sharp on Undisputed says that we're losing recipes over here,
we're
right?
losing recipes.
Because, the next generation has forgot how to maybe cook or losing, what they've been taught. And so now we know how to microwave and we want things now. So based on what you're just saying, I think that's a very big deal.
Yeah, sure. Yes. I think it's very important for us to remember that, we have to save our family's legacy. We have to create those moments for our children. I think we're very much a society now today that is very entrepreneurial, very business driven, very, Instagram driven.
Yeah.
And so I think it's also very important for us to keep in mind to have those family values and to create those experiences for our children. So learning how to cook, like you said, doing fun things for Christmas, making your own family traditions. I don't know about most families, but I know for us, the baton has kind of been passed. and it's kind of like, were we ready for that? Were we ready?
Ready or not. Ready or not, take the baton, right?
Yeah, so it's like, okay, it's us, jump in and do something about it. So, I don't know, what are some of your favorite family traditions that we've kind of created over the past?
I mean, when I think about Christmas Day it's always a run up to it, especially if you have children, right?
Uh-huh.
In our household is crazy because how many kids we have, even one coming right now, right? And so, the kids getting all excited, counting down, like they start counting from literally day 90,
yes.
Right? So they're counting down, putting the pressure on us, right? To make sure that we get everything they want on their list, making a list 3 or 4 times, and even our son even made another list. He says, "Hey mom, I'm gonna give you this list, but let me go make up a backup list just in case you forget this one." All right?
He didn't trust me.
He didn't trust it on the list, right?
He's like, "You're a millennial mom. Are you really gonna drop this off to Santa?"
Right, so not, right? Elf on the Shelf, the kids watching that consistently, that's a big tradition. And watching all the presents keep growing day by day right before we go up to Christmas, and then watching the lights. I know a big thing for us is going to see the lights in certain neighborhoods.
Yeah.
And seeing like the big production that families put together with everything they do, and man, their light bills are crazy, we start really thinking about that, and especially specific neighborhoods.
Yes.
That make sure that you have to, if you live in this neighborhood, like like in Thoroughbred in California where we used to live,
there's like a contract when you move there that you may not buy the house if you won't participate in the Christmas decor.
Not at all,
which
right?
I love, because I'm like, move me to Whoville. I love Christmas. People make fun of me all the time because I have a hard time partying with Christmas. Yeah. I love Christmas. I think one of our kind of like traditions that is embarrassing is that I keep the tree up forever. and everybody laughs.
But only to February, right?
Yeah, so here's the thing. I always have a secret. I keep one tree in our guest room that I keep up, and I turn the light on every night. I love Christmas. That Christmas tree just makes me so happy. I have a hard time partying with Christmas. It's one of my favorite
how many trees would you think, it's like okay to have in your household?
Okay, so here you go with the trees. Okay, so I think a tree is wonderful. I think everyone should have a tree for Christmas. It's part of the Christmas spirit and it's part of the experience.
Yeah.
I think that 10 is also good. There's also nothing wrong with having 10 Christmas trees, which I normally have in our house, 10 Christmas trees.
We had to buy a shed just for the Christmas trees.
Yes, so
it's kind of crazy, right?
There's
a little bit.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Some people, they like shoes and bags, and some people like Christmas trees, and some people like both, like me. But our kids really look forward to that.
They do. They
year.
love it. They love the Christmas tree all in their rooms, and they have their little presents in their own rooms as for themselves too. So it's a big production in our household for sure.
Yeah.
Also, going up and making sure that you're smelling the food. The gumbo, the seafood dressing. You're talking about the greens. You're talking about the ham, the turkey, all these different things, and smelling the night before. And for me, I love, my background's basketball, so NBA games is crazy, watching all the NBA games in the morning, and then all the family comes over, and, we have light parties. It's social distancing, right?
Not too many people.
Like maybe
1 or 200.
not that much, right? And then everyone's there until 1 a.m., 2 a.m., going crazy, games and all that, close to fights, but not too many fights,
Yeah. It's really funny. In our house on Christmas Day, you would think that it was like a boxing match because
everybody want to win.
People take our games so seriously, but we're having a good time. Nobody's seriously fighting. We're just like laughing, having fun, and it's part of the experience.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
And so going through that the whole day, and then watching the kids, and with how you do presents, it's like a sea of presents. Like you can't walk around, on Christmas morning.
Mm-hmm.
And just because it's weird, because the night before there's no presents there, then all of a sudden the Christmas Day it's like a sea of presents, and the kids is going to jump in it like a pool of balls, right? Then they get to go and obviously open all their presents up and just watching their excitement. But I think the biggest thing that, one of the things that we need to teach our kids and consistently, and one of our biggest things is making sure that they understand that it's not the gifts that they're receiving, but the gifts that they're giving.
Exactly.
And really the reason for the season, and it's really for us. So that I think those are the biggest traditions.
Yeah, no, I love that. I think that's something that's very important to us. We're actually taking our kids to go shopping so that they can purchase gifts with their own money, that they save their own money, so they can purchase gifts for family members and things like that. Because yes, you're gonna get a lot of presents, but it's also about giving. It's about having the spirit of giving. And number one, most importantly, because we are a biblical household, understand that it's not about the presents, it's about the presence of God, and understanding that we're celebrating Jesus' birthday, and that's why we get to celebrate this wonderful day. And our kids are like, and we love Jesus even more because we get presents.
Right?
No, but really, I think it's more about like the togetherness and all those things. So the fireplace.
Yes, I love fireplace, hot cocoa. Put the socks on the stockings.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully your stocking doesn't have coal in it, right?
Yes, I know.
Nah, won't.
Because listen, although we are very big on Christmas, we also are very big on making sure that things are done the way they're supposed to do. 100%. And our kids know that if they deserve coal, like if they didn't do their chores and they didn't keep their grades up and they didn't do the things they were supposed to do, they might miss out on having Christmas presents that year. And so I think that just as much as the tradition, it's also important to also keep up the understanding of the responsibility of Christmas as well.
Yeah, standards have to be high at all times.
Exactly. So, but I think the biggest thing is family, togetherness, and making sure that you're constantly open to creating new memories.
Well, let's go into new memories, because it's no secret we're going through this pandemic right now. We're still not out of the pandemic. So how is traditions changing in the normal household? Because in different areas, like we're in Texas, it's a little different Christmas than maybe California, right now. And so what would you say for the family watching that's trying to create new traditions and maybe being affected by COVID right now? What are some things they could be doing specifically to be able to create those new traditions moving forward for themselves if they don't have them already?
Yeah, I think that we're definitely in the thick of that exact conversation. Normally, like we said, we have 200 people in our house and it's craziness and awesome fun and all of that. But moving here this year, this is our first time that it's just our family, like us and our kids. And that feels a little odd, but we're excited to create the tradition of making sure that the kids understand that they're a part of it and that it's still Christmas, and we are gonna FaceTime family members when we open presents like we did last year, like their grandparents and things like that. I think making sure that the kids are included in, wrapping presents, making sure they're included in, hey, let's make cookies, or let's help me cook dinner, that kind of stuff. And making sure that they have games and fun things that they can do on Christmas Day as well.
I think that's so big that you just brought up the technology piece, because even though like social distancing may be strict in different areas, you might not be able to gather as much as you want, just depending on where you're at, of course.
Right.
That you're able to use technology to be able to still have connection.
Exactly.
I know that last year we had Zoom, right? And we had everybody on Zoom, and everyone's all different places around the country. Yeah. But it felt like we were together. Everyone's opening presents, able to see expressions, able to see all that. So it doesn't feel like you missed it.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I think that's a big deal that can definitely add as a tradition if you don't already have that in your household too.
Right. And the tradition of Amazon. I mean, listen, Jeff Bezos is no surprise that that's like my homeboy. I love that guy.
Yeah, I need some stock, some real stock in that company.
But it's great because you can send gifts and have them pre-wrapped to your family members. So that there's still a piece of you under the tree when you get a chance to, when they go to unwrap their gifts. So it still feels like we're close. All week we've been receiving gifts in the mail from different family members and things like that for the kids. So even though we're not going to all physically be together, there's still a piece of each of us in each other's household. And then we will do the Zoom so that everybody can see the kids opening each other's presents and things like that. So I think that's a lot of fun.
And I think once this new variant or this next variant, we overcome it, right? Yeah. We can get back to some type of normalcy, I guess you would say, where we can just sell the dream one day and just get a big mansion and everybody come in, right? And that might be a tradition that you want to hold as well. You get a big Airbnb and just have all the family fly in from all different places, and you create those same traditions into that household too. So that might be an opportunity.
Exactly.
Too, so.
And I mean, honestly, some families, they might go the route of saying, you know what, everybody go get a test. Sure. And make sure, and then we're all going to come together and be safe and all those things. So however you choose to celebrate this season, the most important thing is making sure that this season is about tradition, it's about coming together as family. And if you haven't been passed the baton yet, pay attention to the recipes, because very soon it's gonna be knocking at your door that you're the auntie that brings the macaroni, cheese, and greens.
And everyone's gonna ask, who made it?
Who made this? Exactly. So get your practice in while your great auntie is still making it. Right. But the biggest thing is having family, having fun, and creating tradition. So some of the things that we talked about, like Elf on the Shelf, Santa Claus, doing or maybe going to church, spending time with the kids, whatever, cooking. If those aren't your things, what are some traditions that you like to do? Let us know.
Please let us know. And if you click that notification as well, you'll be notified of all the new videos we'll be having up in the future as well. Go and like, share, comment of any of the new social medias that we have, and we'll see you on the next one.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.